Hi everyone, True here again. I posted this card the other day and I received several comments and several emails about how I colored it. This one I actually did using watercolors, kind of a dry brush method, but there's an easier way to do it using Prismacolor pencils or your favorite colored pencils and Gamsol or odorless mineral spirits, and I'm going to show you real quick how you can do that. This image is my latest digital stamp release. It's called Perfect Day, and it's available at www.cleardollarstamps.com. I'm just going to use several colors of brown pencils and a pink for his ears and nose. You can use whatever browns you have or grays or whatever color you choose to do your cat. And then I'm using a blending stump from my Gamsol, and I just use a little foam makeup pad that I put on something that is moisture proof to soak it up. It works really great and it's very cheap. Okay, I started out on images that I'm coloring fur on. I start out with the shadow colors first, because if you blend too much after you've applied the lines for your fur, then the fur kind of disappears. So I'm just going to go in and color everything with my shadow color. And for specifics, I'm using Prismacolor dark brown. Just go in and hit your shadow areas. And I kind of go around his entire head. That just kind of brings the head to the foreground with your lighter colors. I might tell you that I'm trying a new way of videoing. I am coloring upside down, so just a little bit more difficult to remember exactly where to place the colors. I usually have my light source coming from the upper left-hand corner, and I'm thinking in reverse now because I'm coloring upside down. This is a first for me. I hope it turns out okay. Okay, I think I have all the shaded areas. Now I just take my blending stump and pick up some of the mineral spirits, and I use small circular motions. Pick up more mineral spirits as you see that it's kind of running dry. Okay, I'm going to give that just a minute for the mineral spirits to dry. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my base color, and I'm going to use Prismacolor PC1034. It's Goldenrod. And I'm just going to lightly fill in the areas that I want him to have color. We'll leave some areas on his tail and feet and face uncolored. And you want to use a light pressure here. We're still not worried about the fur texture. We'll stay away from the center of his face because I want it to be white, and we can pull color into it later. And his tail's going to have stripes. So we'll give him a couple of stripes on his foot too. Okay, and then again, I will pick up my blending tool in Gamsol and just start melting that color in. I printed this image with my laser printer, and it works great for this because the ink won't run. I actually bought the laser printer just for digital stamps. It is wonderful. If you get into, now you can work with inkjet printers and digitals. You just have to make sure and dry your images really well before you use them. I use a heat tool, but with the laser printer, you just print it and go. Makes it really nice. Okay, we've got our base color in there. Now we're going to go in with some hair texture. I'm using P0941 Light Umber on my kitty. And you just make short little strokes. Again, in the direction that the kitten's fur might naturally lie. Now I'm picking up Burnt Ochre, which is P0943. Just going to kind of fill in the areas in between the strokes that I did before. You can even change your angle a little bit. Angle of your stroke so that it, has a kind of a messed up hair effect. More realistic. No cat has perfectly combed hair. Go back in where I've shaded and hit that a little harder. Okay, then again, we're going to pick up the Gamsol, and this time we're just going to lightly hit it. We don't want to lose those lines. We're just smoothing a little. I'm going to add some color down here around his chin, just by pulling some in from the side. I do sometimes take a lot more time coloring my images than some people want to spend, but my favorite part of making cards is the coloring part. It makes me feel like a kid again. Okay, now I'm going to pick up some pink and just put a little dab in its ear towards the shadow area, and then we'll pull the color in a little bit on his nose. Pull it in and blend. Okay, now we're going to use a little bit heavier pressure. I'm picking the goldenrod back up again, and I want to give him some feline markings. I'm going to go in the opposite direction that I went before, kind of against the grain to make the markings stand out. On his face, they go from wide at the edge of his head to narrow towards as you get closer to his nose. And we'll do some on his back too. A little darker. And there you go. It was a fairly easy technique. Just takes a little bit of time, and the more you do it, the faster you'll get at it. I'm really hoping that when I turn this right side up so that I can see it, that it looks as good as I think it looks upside down. Not bad. Not bad. I have to admit, it was different coloring upside down. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to try to start doing more coloring tutorials for my blog. I do quite a few for Clear Dollar Stamps on the Clearly I Stamp site. So if you'd like to go visit that would be really cool. I think I'll just start doing some digi tutorials for my blog, because I really enjoy doing digital stamps. They're very easy to store, don't take up any space, and ready to print whenever you need them. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I would love to hear what kind of comments you have, and if you have used this technique, I hope you'll come back and share your cards with me. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and happy crafting.